This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, so it's a one announcement team. So we will be having a training tomorrow, Sunday. There is no session. Okay, so we'll be having a session tomorrow, Sunday. There is no session. If somebody is not able to attend the session, please drop an email. I will provide you by default recorded video to you. Okay, unconditionally. So that is a one announcement. Now we are good to start our content. Now, before I proceed, any queries? Do you have any queries? Okay, so assuming that there are no queries from your end. So yesterday we written a COBOL program. Okay, so I have written one COBOL program and I explained you how to write the program. So today we are going to see how we can compile the program, and how we can run the program and checking the program output and uh, errors. Okay, COBOL errors. If you get any error, how we can check them. So, okay, then after we will discuss other things in COBOL. So let me recap what I have written and all. So log on Venkat A. 3.4 Venkat A dot B15 dot C star. Right. So there are three data sets we created. Here we will place all compile ACLs and run JCLs. All we keep here. Okay, so when it comes to the load library, here we mention mission code, that is load modules of the COBOL programs which you written, and here we place COBOL source code. COBOL source code, or we call as a application programs. Okay, application programs. So I will go to in this particular data set and I'll open PCM1. So calls. So what is the COBOL program member name? What is the COBOL program member name? Member name PCM1. What is that data set? Data set is this one. COBOL member name is PCM1 and the partition data set is this is the one. Okay. So anyhow we'll discuss the program again. Now we need to compile the code. So as I told you yesterday, it is a high level programming language. What is COBOL? COBOL is a high level programming language. Okay, COBOL is a high level programming language. So ZOS, G series operating system, cannot understand the COBOL program. So we need to convert from source code to load module. So the conversation process, we need to convert from source code, that is a high level program, to vision understandable code. Vision understandable code that is called load module. So the process what we call is a compilation process. The process we call as a compilation process. Is it clear? The process we call as a compilation process. Now, so to do that, okay, to do that, to convert, compile the programs, in real time we use changeman, changeman or endeavor. So there are some tools called version control tools. Okay, version control tools. So there are so many version control tools are there. So mainframe version control tools. So say Tivoli, these are all schedulers. Panulet is there. No. So what is that? One is the changeman. See endeavor. Yeah. What is the first one is changeman. Okay. So I'm looking for if you get a something else. Other one is Endeavor. So Endeavor owner is CA, now known as a Broadcom Endeavor. Changeman, it is a now known as a Micro Focus developed one. So yeah, we can develop using ISPW. We did not use it and all. So the major version control tools in mainframe is Changeman Endeavor. So as a developer, guys, when you are working or when you're planning to attend interviews as a developer, you should have knowledge on changeman and endeavor. So we don't get practical experience on these tools until unless if you are in a project. Okay, because these tools are very costly, huge cost involved. Hence, in trainings, okay, not only my training, if you pay 1 lakh course fees for mainframe training, they also don't provide changeman tool or endeavor tool. So only it is available with the clients. So they can only afford the huge amount and as per their business requirement. For training programs and all, it doesn't work. Okay. So it's not a small amount to invest, right? So hence that is a one challenge, biggest challenge for anyone who want to learn changeman endeavor without entering into the project. So and we have a very less resources in fact. So we have a manuals. I can tell you the manuals are there in my YouTube channel also. I guess I changeman some tool is there. So you can look some tools or some manuals and learn it, either one of them. You don't need to learn two of them. Either you can learn what is a changeman or what is a endeavor. So you should get an idea, okay, how changeman works, how endeavor works, and all. I'll try to pull some documents if I have anything, because last 8 years I'm not sharing any endeavor changeman. But if I find anything, I'll try to share it. Okay, so we can compile our COBOL program using either these tools or simple JCL programs. Backend also, though though you use changeman or endeavor, but internally in the backend only JCL should run. So don't think that JCL is not going to run. In the backend, in the backend, JCL only will be there. Okay, but anyhow, we are going to deal with the JCL for today, for now, and entire training. So now let me, so there are some utilities, guys. We have IGY CR CTL utility like IEFBR 14, IEB General. So you have multiple utilities in JCL to do some specific functionality. Similarly, we have a IGY CR CTL utility. Okay, so this utility converts from from high level source code to object code. Okay, to object code. It doesn't convert directly to the load module. So we don't have a straight approach to convert from source code to load module or mission understandable code. So first we need to do a compilation, the compile step. So for that we use IZY The functionality of this is the one. Then we do link edit. Okay, so we do a link edit, that is uh, link edit. Okay, so we use utility called IEWL. There is other utilities also, IEWL. So from it converts from object code to load module. Okay, load module. So this is, I mean, I'm not explaining as an interview point of, in that way. I'm explaining the concept. In a while, once I show you the entire output, then I'll explain you the in interview if they ask how you have to explain and everything. Okay, so once your code is ready, what you have to do, first you have to compile the code. So to compile this program, to utility execute this utility, we need an input. So what is the input? Basically the input is modified, sorry, COBOL program. What is the input? COBOL program member name and where it is located. So these are all input, these two are the inputs for IGYCRCTL. Then it generates the object code. So the output would be object code. The output is object code. So now we keep object code in a temporary data set. In JSCL, we have a concept of temporary data set. We will keep output in the temporary data set. Then, so here the input would be object code. Input is object code. Output is load module. We will store in the load module in member of PDS. Okay, so in a compile SCL, two steps will be there. So what happens? This is in one member of the PDS. This JCL, it is another member of the PDS. Or you can keep both of them in a one member only. In most of the cases, the compiled JCL or linked JCL will be there as a like a brothers or sisters. Okay, so it will be there, in the same location. It is not separate location. Okay, so then you don't need to write the code at all. If you are expert, you are good to write. But even in real time also, we no need to write. We can copy it from existing, from admin. With the help of admin, we can write it. So let me get it from V14. I'll use COBOL. I will use only COBOL. So I'll copy. You guys can copy from my data set. No need to touch everything. For you, it's not required everything. So you guys can copy from my data set. Okay. It's the one which I'm using for this batch. Here go there and open COBOL compiler. It's a member of JCL. Any query so far? Good. Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Now, so let's discuss line by line. Okay. This is again interview question team compilation process, how compile JSL looks like. Okay, if you are having less than 5 years experience, so they will ask you what is compile JSL, how it works, what are the utilities are there. Though you use change and endeavor, but they can ask interview question on it. Okay, so now this is a job code. Okay, so I will use time equal 1 comma 1. So this is a job code. Okay, so Venkat B, Venkat C, Venkat D, whoever using other IDs, like some people are using Venkat A ID, some people are using Venkat B, some people are using Venkat D. So okay, irrespective which ID you are using, you can copy from this particular location, the JCL. Once you copy in your JCL, immediately change from A to B. Okay, A to B, because you are using B, use B, Venkat B. If you are using Venkat C, use Venkat C, like that. This is all about job statement and changes which are required. Next, I'll minimize, keep one by one, so that you will get a clarity what exactly is the JCL. Now, I told you that first step is COBOL comp. I can give step 1 because it's my choice. Okay, so step name, step 1. So what is the utility they are using? IGY CRCTL. It is a predefined utility. So it is a predefined utility. IGY CRCTL is the predefined utility. So next, so this particular, okay, so this particular utility uh, location, okay, where this program related load module or this particular program supported code, where it is there, step lib. So nothing to deal with the step lib for you. On the server IGY410 is there. If you are using different server, it will be a different one. Okay, I'll exclude it this line. Next, ampersand source. Ampersand is what is this one, team, what this represents? Can you tell me, guys, what this represents?
Source module.
No.
COBOL source.
What is the ampersand symbol indicates?
Temper, data
Temporary
set.
data
Reference,
set.
reference of that one.
It's a symbolic parameter. Ampersand indicates it's a symbolic parameter. What is the ampersand indicates? It's a symbolic parameter. What are the use of symbolic parameter? To assign a value through procedure, or you can use a set. Source. Source is what? Let me move this one after. Yeah. What is the source? Location of your COBOL program. So where is our location of the COBOL program? This is the one. So I'll copy it, I'll remove existing one, I'll keep it. Okay, Venkat A B15 COBOL.src lib. Now, so what is the member name? Sysin. It is a predefined DD name. So it is Sysin is a predefined name. It is an input for this utility. So member, what is the member name? PGM1. So you go here, change it to PGM1. Okay. So this is all about your line. So I hope you are clear this line. Next, if any error belongs to IGY CRCTL, any COBOL errors are there, all will be printed in the sysprint. You're going to execute some COBOL program. Any syntax error is there, okay, related to COBOL. So those errors will be printed in sysprint. So I'll minimize this. Now, what is this one, team? Can someone can explain me what is this means? At least some people who are having experience.
Creating load module for our application code.
Yeah. So it two ampersand indicates is a temporary data set. It has a temporary data set. So the output is going to redirect to syslin DD statement. So we are going to store the output in the temporary data set. Then mod. Mod means if the temporary data set is not there, it will create it. Pass. So pass means we are not storing data set permanently. So the object code we are storing in the temporary data set. Temporary data set means that address of the temporary data set, volume, all will not be a permanent. Only it will be there. So this temporary data set exists until you complete the entire job. Once the job execution is completed, then this is going to delete. Got it? So when it comes to the pass, so pass just send the output, whatever this is coming, carry add it as it is to the next step. That is the meaning of syslin. Okay, so these are all for processing your program. They are using all these utilities. Okay, nothing to deal with this. So I'll minimize all this stuff. Okay, now you see it. Okay, so I minimized here. This is the input and output. Are you clear with the IGY, the step one? Any queries? Next, link edit. So for link edit, what is the utility they are using, by the way? IEWL. So syslin is going to become an input. Here syslin load set means without allocating the data set physically permanently, we are using temporary. So load set, once the execution is completed successfully, old delete, we are deleting. So this will be the input. This will be the input for this particular IEWL. Okay, then this syslib or belongs to this utility, nothing to do with them, so we no need to do touch anything. And sysload module is the output, so it is going to store the load module, right? So if I go here now, what is the, if we see here member, what is the member here? This one, it is representing, means whatever the COBOL program member name you given, with the same name we are generating the load module. Can I give some XYZ here itself? Yes, you can give. The load module member name can be different, but usually we'll keep the program name and the load module name same. So the same is reflecting over here. Then load lib, so this is coming from here. Okay, means the output. So load lib. So once we complete this, we no need COBOL's data set at all. Always we need only load lib data set. So I'll press F8. That's all. This is again supported statements only. Sysdom, sysin, all are supported statements. Any queries?
Venkat, can you please explain that step one syslink? Due to network, I missed that step.
Step one,
Syslink, DS name.
sysin. This is the
No, no,
input. Okay.
syslink. This no, DS
Line
name load set.
system.
Okay, so it is a temporary data set. Okay, it is a temporary data set. It is not something new. Okay, it is not a belongs to COBOL, guys. It is a JCL. What is the meaning of temporary data set? So you are going to store something in the temporary data set, and you are going to use in the consecutive steps, the following steps. You are going to use in the following steps. You want to use it. So that is the reason we kept mod and pass, or I can give a new, not a problem. New means it create the load, this one, and the pass means don't allocate. Catalog means it allocates permanently. Pass means it will pass this particular load set and as it is, okay, to the next step. So that will become the input for this. Okay, so to understand in a better way, you should aware what is a temporary data set. Are you clear?
Yeah,
Any queries?
yeah, got it.
Okay, right, so we did necessary changes, but I should change the low lib data set also. Save, submit. We got JCL error. I don't know where we did it wrong. So start M5. So many jobs are there. I'll purge all of them. Question mark. Type SC. Invalid. Refer back in the condition field. Where is the condition field? I changed it from comp, right? So I should give step 1 because it is referring the actual step name. That's where we are getting an error. Otherwise, it's correct only existing. So we got a 0. So I'll copy this compile code, guys, to you so that
Venkat, in real time, if we have Endeavor or some version control tools, we don't require this compilation JCL. Like,
you should aware. You should aware.
no, we don't use this one. However, we know this process, but the compilation will be done through Endeavor only.
Yeah, the compilation will be done through Endeavor only.
Okay. No
Endeavor also
manual
you need to
JCL.
change. No. In the there also you have to change the JCL. Okay. There also you have to do the changes.
Oh,
Hmm. Okay. Right. So we got a 0. I'll press F3. Now we need to write the run JCL. Okay. So if I go to the load library, okay, is we are in the day 1. Let's understand how the load library looks like. P15 dot C star load library. Check it. See, you don't understand anything. Okay, doesn't mean that okay it is wrong. Okay, right. So now, what is the basic output? What is the requirement of the program? What is the requirement of the program? Is we need to print this message in the spool, right? So what I do, I'll go to the spool, start spool, okay? I'll write a run JCL. So run JCL we are supposed to write, okay? Shit. So run JCL, you are supposed to write. So yes, run JCL1. Okay, as I said, JCL job card is required. Anchored AJ. So guys, you should write at any cost. The time parameter is a mandatory on this server. So yeah, so main this is accounting information. I given my contact number, and Venkat since 2010 is my YouTube channel name. Notify is equal to ampersand sys user ID, and I'm giving a time parameter. Step one, execute PCM is equal to IGY. Sorry. So we need to run the load library. Very, very important. Now to run it, we need a load library. What is the member name? PCM1. What is the PCM1? So, so far guys, you would have seen till now JSL VSAM predefined programs, utilities, IGYCRCTL, sort utility, ID cams, IEB copy, IEB gener, IEFBR 14, ICE tool, and so on. So the other one is we can write user defined. Since it is a user defined, where is the corresponding program load module? Where is the load library? So it is located in step lib DD disposition share. So it is a predefined DD name. It is a predefined DD name to specify the location of the load library. Okay, so it's a PCM1. What are the use of it? To specify the location of the load library. So step lib we use to specify the load library for a particular step. What is the use of step lib? To specify that particular program load module location. Now submit. You got 0. So I'll go to the spool. This out. So you can see the output. Welcome to COBOL language. Any queries team? Any queries team? Okay, so this is end-to-end process. Okay, this is end-to-end process, guys. I copied the code, I copied the compiler, and I give the run JCL also. Mm, okay, so now already I explained, compilation process, but I would like to, explain now here. So in interview, they will ask you FAQ. So can you please explain about compilation process? What happens when you try to do compilation? Okay. So what are the utilities you use to compile? So on this, I can ask in a different ways, right? So the way of asking is different, but the objective is to understand whether you know compilation process or not, as simple as. So step one, you have to say like this. Step one, we need to compile the code. Okay, step one is we need to compile the code, and we use utility ICY-CR-CTL utility. For this utility, we provide input is COBOL source code. COBOL source code is the input for the compilation. The output is object code. During compilation, if any errors are there, it is going to throw. So COBOL syntax, COBOL code, COBOL program syntax is going to check during compilation time. So any COBOL syntax, even if you don't follow the COBOL errors, syntax rules, we will get error in the step one. So this is all about step one. Step two, as we cannot convert from high-level language to object load module, so we need to use another step called link edit. So there we use utility called IEWL. So for this utility, input is object code, which is coming from the above step. The load module output is load module. Okay, yeah. So that's all. Then once we get the load module, then step three, and write the run JCL to run the program. To run the program. So in that we have a step lib to specify the location of load library. That's all. Any queries? Am I good so far?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Sir,
Yes, yes.
steplib is mandatory, sir, or we can use like jslib order also to execute
No,
the.
step lib or job lib is mandatory. Step lib or job lib, either one of them.
No, sir. Actually, here we will give as a jslib order,
Right?
like one by one.
No, no, that I understood your question. Okay, from where you are coming.
Mm.
So either step lib or job lib is valid. The one which you are
Okay.
notifying or indicating, that is a JCL lib, we use to specify catalog procedures, to specify the catalog procedure.
Okay, sir. Got it. Thanks.
Are you clear, guys? Okay. Now, okay. So I will make some errors. Okay. I'll make some errors and I will show you where is the error. For that, I'll stop sharing. Otherwise, you will not. You will easily tell where is the problem. Okay. I'll reshare my screen. I reshared my screen now. I hope you're able to see. Okay. Now, so okay, if there are some experts, by seeing this, we can say where is the wrong. Now you don't know things. So I'll go to the compilers here. Don't go think. Don't think much about COBOL. So PCM1, I'm compiling the code. So I'm in the assumption that my program is correct, have written correctly. So with that assumption, I am compiling the code. So you will get either 8 or 12 or 4. So when you are compiling the code, we will get maxc 4. 4 means you can go to run JCL, no problem. If it is a maxc 8 or above, 8 or 12 or 16, anything other than 4 or 0 you get, we have to fix the error. Okay, 8, 12, 16 means we have to fix the error. Okay, without fixing that error, you cannot write the run JSL. Load module will not be generated. Okay, let's see. So we got maxc 12. So we cannot say that it is a COBOL error because it can be, there are two steps are there in this JCL, right? There are two steps. Compile step is there, link edit step is there. In which step there is an error, we don't know. So go to the spool. Now you see that step one, the issue in the step one only. Let's go here. Yeah. Now you can see that in the, if you see job entry system messages, step one was executed, its condition code is 12. Step 1 executed condition code 12. So I'll go to the sysprint. As I told you, if any error is there in the compile step, those errors are going to print in sysprint. So let's open sysprint dd statement, and these are all called compiler options. We will see compiler options slowly later, not now. Press F8, F8, F8. So somewhere when you keep pressing F8, somewhere your code starts. So from there your target you need to observe. So after line 1, above or below there is no error message. Line number 2, before after this line there is no error. Similarly, program ID 4, no problem. 5, no. 6, no. 7, before 7th line, after or before, no error. But if you see 8th one, then the problem started. You see that it's very easy to fix, to understand the COBOL errors. It is gives very clear description. Okay, only you should recollect the things when you see the error message. A period was required. What is that? A period was required. Where? So you see that E means error, S means severe error. E means error, S means severe error. I means information. Okay, so you will get I means information, W means warning. So for these two you will get a 4. But error or severe error, for severe error you will get for this 8. If there is any severe error is there, you will get C12. Now there is a, okay, there is a error is there, severe error is there, error is there. It will pick the highest one. So we got this one, F8. So you see that press F11, a period was required. A period was assumed before display. So before display, what is there? Procedure division. So like that, see the one error. And I press F, sorry, I'm wrong. Yeah. Now we saw this error, here dot is required. Then display, lay, right? But I removed y. That's why we are getting invalid. Skip to the next where period. Okay, something is coming here. So now go to the code, give dot, give y. So and save, compile the code. Should get 0 or 4. Any queries? Okay, yeah. So this is all about writing the COBOL program, compiling, fixing, checking the output, checking the errors, and everything. So now you got end-to-end process. Okay, you got to know end-to-end. So let me, as I told you, I am announcing again. We have a session tomorrow. Okay, same time, same meeting detail, not same meeting details. I'll confirm you that. Okay, so we have a session tomorrow at 9 p.m. Please everyone join. Sunday we don't have any session now. So let me go to C drive, materials, COBOL. Yeah. So team, this is the one. There is a indus.cobol. So this particular